in a manner befitting a servant to the Almighty, by assuming humility, by assuming the emotional state of a person who has made a mistake, and this is sincerely, not falsely. In the verse, the Almighty says, Tadaruan, in a humble and sincere manner, demonstrating complete submission and genuine remorse. Make a humble and sincere supplication to your Lord, seeking His guidance and mercy, with a heart filled with humility and reverence. This is the prayer form. Call upon your Lord with humility and in secrecy. Why should a servant call upon the Almighty by burning himself? I mean, if he has no guilt, if he has not done anything wrong, then if it is said that the Almighty wants to satisfy Himself with this, we say that there is no such servant. I mean, he has no wrong, so he will call upon the Almighty as if at shoulder level. We can't imagine such a relationship between a servant and Allah, because all the servants we know are sinners. When an individual becomes a sinner, their attitude is naturally filled with remorse, burning with regret, and characterized by shyness, reflecting their deep sense of guilt. There were some images recently like this. Even in animals, they are trying to show that this is relatively. Is it a dog or a cat that chewed on a shoe? The man is shouting, asking why you brought this up, showing anger. There is an animal, at least there is an image of such an animal in appearance. He has a shy attitude. This is something that is associated with people who have committed a crime and is normal. O Allah, as your humble servants, the most appropriate and precise action for you to take is to earnestly call upon Allah, sincerely acknowledge your mistake, and humbly beseech for His forgiveness and mercy. There is nothing wrong with this. Good people can also fall into similar situations. There are also no innocent people who have not committed any crimes. When Almighty God speaks of the righteous, He refers to those who possess piety. He said this for them, and those who, when they commit an immorality or wrong themselves by transgression, remember Allah and seek forgiveness for their sins, and who can forgive sins except Allah, and who do not persist in what they have done while they know. If individuals commit an act that brings shame upon themselves or wrong themselves in any way, they must face the consequences of their actions. This is an expanded expression utilized for individuals who oppress themselves in the Quran, for the individuals who commit great sins, or they have wronged themselves. So what actions do these good-hearted individuals take when they make such a grave mistake of this magnitude? They recall and invoke the name of Allah. They recall and invoke the name of Allah, seeking forgiveness for their sins and transgressions, acknowledging their mistakes, and seeking His mercy and guidance. When it is done wrong, the process works like this for good people. Bad people, they are also doing wrong, but the process is also working like the devils. They are making an error. Then we recollected Allah. How did we argue and have a falling out with the Almighty once more? We created distance. The bond between us vanished as we disobeyed His instructions. If they feel no unease, if someone reminded them, they'd advise, you erred, refrain from doing it, abandon it. They add something on top of the mistake. This time they also exhibit an arrogant and haughty demeanor. Why not? What is wrong with this? Who is it, Allah? In any case, we will settle the payment, or some individuals employ exaggerated phrases, allow him to come and examine his invoice. There are also obstacles such as even if the Almighty arrives. This arrogance and grandiosity are progressing in a terrifying process without the devil. Now it is being drawn to a point where all relationships will be completely severed. But the process we are talking about from the perspective of good people is a plea, a supplication, a complaint, knocking on the door with that embarrassment to re-establish the relationship with the Almighty. In such a situation, no matter how sinful the servant is, the Almighty is happy for his return. This is for sure.